Hey YouTube, Muted Gamer here with Desert Strike gameplay number 2. This is the my Baneling strategy. This was originally taught to me by Dewey Spunkus. He's on YouTube. If you want to go subscribe to him, he mainly doesn't make StarCraft 2 videos. However, he does play StarCraft 2 with me quite a lot. I'm sort of lagging right now, and that's going to be a problem when I'm recording this. So I definitely might want to slow this down just a little bit. The main thing that you're going to want to start off with when you're doing a Baneling rush is you want to make a straight line of spawning pools. And let's get into the fight a little bit. We have some Marines being sent out, Marauders, Annihilation right there actually, and my Zerglings and Raim's Zerglings pretty much annihilated in the silo. It's in monster got released pretty early inside the game, about 5 minutes in. It's basically just teeter-totter back and forth right now. We don't really have any defense on the silo, which is a little worrying to me. I wanted someone to get some defense out there, but we're still seeing a little bit. However, back to the Baneling rush, or strategy. The second row you want to fill up, going that way of course, is going to be Baneling nests. Baneling nests cost very little supply. They actually only cost 170 minerals, so they're not too costly. You can easily, if you have 1,000 minerals, which is pretty easily in this game, and I asked them for a bunch of bunkers here too, you can easily fill up an entire roll really fast. And just as a tip, if you're doing this, just hit BB, just hit B twice when you have your drone selected, and he'll automatically just go to basic mutation, then a Baneling nest, and you can easily just keep placing them. And as now we're like 10 minutes into the match, and they're destroying our shallow, and this is where the point I was asking them to build some defense on it. They didn't, of course. However, we didn't make any dents into their forces, so I have my Banelings. My Banelings didn't really survive anything, and a little bit of them, about 4 of them I should say, got over to the silo monster, which I cannot keep up with. To reveal his health. Anyway, the next thing I want to do is I want to make a second row. So about 13 minutes and I have my second row of Baneling nests, which is amazing. And now, this is about the time where they're usually going to start sending out a shit ton of air defense, and luckily if you have good teammates, you'll not really need to worry about that up until now. So what you want to do is you want to go into Advanced Mutations, and click on Mutate into Scourge Nests. Now remember, you're going to need a lair in order to make Scourge nests. Can't talk. So you want to upgrade that, because if they have anything cloaked, any flying units that can attack ground units cloaked, then you're gonna get raped. So a lair, a lair sends out 1 observer, not 2 unfortunately, and along with 8 Zerglings, which is useful. So as you can see here, I'm basically just saving up my minerals and watching this fight, as I can't really see, but I'm saving my minerals so I can get my Scourge nests out, because that's really going to help, and I'll show you them ripping through some air units in a second if I can find out where it was. But as for Rain over there, Raheem, sorry if I can't pronounce that, he's doing a very good job with his Scourge, with his Zerg over here. I don't know why I'm calling him Scourge. And as for our little Austin is over here, he's doing a fairly good job too, especially with the anti-air. It's, you know, anything that can attack air units is always helpful. We had our silo destroyed, which I don't believe I mentioned, but we did have our silo destroyed pretty far back down. But I keep hearing assimilation successful, and I don't know what that is. Sorry if I'm just being stupid. So I'm done with my Scourge nest right now, and also, by the way, once you have your spawning pools, that's when you want to get your first extractor. And I would say after you have your Scourge nest, either your second row of Banelings or completed your Scourge nest, that's when you want to get your second extractor. Anyway, back into the fight. We're getting basically it's an even tug of war battle right now. It's, you know, they're pushing us, so we're pushing them. They're getting a little further. Then I come out there and rape all the ground units that are close to our base, which is amazingly helpful. This is where I was a little worried, because they were getting a little close to our base, but then Raim got out there with all his Zerg units, which he's not really doing any strategy, I don't think. I think he's saying random things. Sorry if I'm wrong. But it's basically a teeter-totter. They're actually getting pretty close to our base right now. However, notice, we still have our silo monster, and they don't. My Banelings and Raim just annihilated them. Anyway, I think this is where my Scourge come in handy. Watch this mothership. Just watch it. Oh, no. I'm thinking of an earlier part that I skipped over. However, I don't know what these mutations are, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, so don't, like, hate on me. So, anyway, back to my base, and I was talking about the boom right there, by the way. I have my 4th row of Banelings completed, starting on my 5th. Pretty helpful, I guess. A lot of Banelings, very good strategy. As long as you have good teammates that know what they're doing and can get, some ground units, mostly air, but again, ground units never hurt. I think that I'm actually going to show off my Scourge here now, which is going to be helpful. Watch my Scourge. No, that's not mine. Where are they? Should be coming up right now. Yes. If you watch that, and this mothership, I only had about 8 Scourge right there. I would say about 10 Scourge at most. And they just ran through that mothership and annihilated it, and I still had about at least 8 left. Okay, now back at the base. We expanded already, and as soon as you expand, you want to expand your spawning pools to go all the way to the right. Zerglings are really helpful, surprisingly, for ground units. They get destroyed really easy, but not only just at the beginning of the game they're helpful mid-game too, which is, you know, something that you always want to look out for, is as much help as you can in the game. And since the spawning pools are pretty cheap, they're actually really good. So, back on the Baneling nest, I'm trying to expand them here, but I've also, oh, by the way, as soon as you open up and you don't want your spawning pools, you want to get your 3rd extractor. I'd never go past 3 extractors with this strategy. I have no reason to. It's an amazing strategy in the long run, so you should not need to expand, because the time that it takes will hurt you very economically with this strategy. So I'm just finishing up my row of Banelings over here. And I think I spawned out the Scourge right here. Yes, I didn't really want to finish this row because I didn't have enough minerals. I really did not want to. I wanted to focus on my Baneling, so I did not have enough for the strategy at the moment. And we were really far into the match, so I really wanted to focus on getting some. So I think I fill up this entire row right here. Anyway, back to the fight. We're really getting close to the base. Like, they have really no defense. And if you see my Banelings running in there, also, we were talking about how this guy has like 14,000 minerals over here. But if you saw my Banelings run in there, and not even a lot of them, I would say, but they just ran into the base and exploded right inside their Nexus's face, and they really couldn't do anything about it, because, again, you can't control your units when you're out there, so you might as well do something that's effective mid-round, and Banelings are mid-round for ground units. Anything ground, Banelings can destroy and attack. Not air, though, unfortunately. So I'm finishing up my Scourge line over here, because you don't want more than one I can't even pronounce that, Scourge lines, because they cost too much minerals in the long run, and it doesn't really fit with the strategy. The only reason that I was spawning these only one is because I was worried about their air units, and I had no idea if they were gonna rape my guys or not. I couldn't tell. They were like pushing back with the air units a little bit, and as far as Ream goes, he wasn't really covering the air units, so I really wanted to get some out. But you should not ever go past more than one full row of Scourge. If you do, you're probably, you know, not have enough room for all your Banelings, and it's not gonna work out. Really, there's nothing else to say. After I finish the Scourge row, I would probably keep spawning my Banelings and fill up my entire base with like one big light blue bar. So if your battle actually lasts that long, that's what the strategy that you want to take is right after you finish off your Scourge, you want to go for the rest of your Banelings, fill up your entire base. You might want to get your Extractors if the fight is actually seeming that it's not going in your favor. You might want to get the Extractors. However, if you have good enough teammates on your side, it really shouldn't matter whether or not you have your Extractors out or not. I don't know what this Rain was doing over here, I couldn't tell you, but it's an effective strategy if you have the right guys with you, especially if you're playing with friends. It can really annihilate, and if you can actually get a match to go on long enough to get a lot of your Banelings, you will see how much they can annihilate. I'm not even joking how much they annihilate if you have a full freaking base of them. Okay, anyway, I'm